Furthermore, the celestial king, timely portion, had found the door of liberation of inspiring virtue in all sentient beings, and causing them to be forever free from anxiety and torment. Celestial king, sublime light, found the door of liberation entering into all realms. Celestial king, banner of inexhaustible wisdom and virtue, found the door of liberation of the wheel of great compassion, destroying all afflictions. Celestial king, skilled in miraculous displays, found the door of liberation, comprehending the mentalities of all sentient beings of the past, present, and future. Celestial king, great light of memory power, found the door of liberation of the light of the gates of concentration formulae, holding in memory all teachings without forgetting. Celestial king, inconceivable wisdom, found the door of liberation of inconceivable methods of skillfully entering into the nature of all actions. Celestial king, circular navel, found the door of liberation of methods of activating the cycles of the teaching and developing sentient beings to maturity. Celestial king, light flame, found the door of liberation of the vast eye, observing all sentient beings and going to civilize them. Celestial king, illumination, found the gate of liberation, getting beyond all barriers of habit and not going along with bedeviling doings. Celestial king, greatly famed for universal observation, found the door of liberation of skillfully guiding all celestial beings and inducing them to undertake actions with a pure heart. At that time, the celestial king, timely portion, imbued with the power of the Buddha, surveyed all the hosts of the Suyama heavens of good timely portion and spoke in verse, saying, "The Buddha, for innumerable long eons, has dried up the sea of troubles of the world. Opening wide the road of purity out of defilement, he causes to shine eternally the lamp of being's wisdom. The Buddha's body is exceedingly vast. No borders can be found in the 10 directions. His expedient means are unlimited. Subtle light's knowledge has access to this. The pains of birth, aging, sickness, death, and grief oppress beings without relief. The great teacher takes pity and vows to remove them all. Inexhaustible wisdom light can comprehend this. Unhindered is the Buddha's knowledge that all is illusory. He clearly comprehends all things in all times, delving into the mental patterns of all sentient beings. This is the realm of skillful teaching. The bounds of his total recall are not to be found. The ocean of his eloquence is also unlimited. He is able to turn the wheel of the pure, subtle truth. This is the liberation of great light. The nature of actions is vast and inexhaustible. His knowledge comprehends it and skillfully explains. All his methods are inconceivable. Such is the entry of wisdom. Turning the wheel of inconceivable truth, demonstrating and practicing the way of enlightenment, forever annihilating the suffering of all sentient beings. This is the level of technique of circular navel. The real body of the Buddha is fundamentally non-dual, yet it fills the world according to beings and forms. Sentient beings each see it before them. This is the perspective of flames of light. Once any sentient beings see the Buddha, it will cause them to clear away habitual obstructions and forever abandon all devilish actions. This is the path traveled by illumination. All the hosts of beings are vast as oceans. Among them, the Buddha is most majestically glorious. Everywhere he reigns the reign of truth to enrich sentient beings. This liberation door greatly famed enters. Furthermore, the celestial king Chakra Indra had found the liberation door of great joy, remembering the appearance in the world of the Buddhas of past, present, and future, and clearly seeing the becoming and disintegration of the lands. Celestial king, full sound of universal fame, found the door of liberation of ability to cause the form body of the Buddha to be most pure and vast, without compare in the world. Celestial king, kind eyes, jewel top knot, found the door of liberation of clouds of compassion covering all. Celestial King Jewel Light Banner Fame found the door of liberation of always seeing the Buddha manifesting various forms of majestic bodies to all the leaders of the worlds. Celestial King Joy-producing Top Knot found the door of liberation, knowing from what virtuous actions the cities and buildings of all sentient beings came to be. Celestial King Admirable Mindfulness found the door of liberation, showing the deeds of the Buddhas developing sentient beings. Celestial King Lofty Supreme Sound found the door of liberation of knowledge of the becoming and decay of all worlds and the signs of change of the ages. Celestial King Perfect Mindfulness found the door of liberation of calling to mind the acts of future enlightening beings in civilizing people. Celestial King Pure Flower Light found the door of liberation of knowledge of the cause of happiness in all heavens. Celestial King Son of Wisdom Eye found the gate of liberation, showing the acceptance and production of roots of goodness of all celestial beings, removing ignorance and illusion. Celestial King Independent Light found the door of liberation, enlightening all celestial beings, causing them to cut off all sorts of doubts forever. At that time, Celestial King Chakra Indra, imbued with the power of the Buddha, surveyed all the hosts of celestial beings of the 33 heavens and spoke in verse, saying, I am conscious of the spheres of all Buddhas in all times being all equal. As their lands form and disintegrate, they see all by enlightened spiritual powers. The Buddha body is vast and all-pervasive. Its ineffable form, incomparable, aids all beings, the radiance of its light reaching everywhere. This path universal fame can observe. The Buddha's great compassionate ocean of techniques has been utterly purified by past eons of practice and guides sentient beings without bound. Jewel Topknot has realized this. I contemplate the ocean of virtues of the King of Truth, supreme in the world, having no peer, producing an immense sense of joy. This is the liberation of Jewel Light. The Buddha knows the sea of sentient beings' good works, various excellent causes producing great blessings. All these he causes to be manifest. This is seen by Top Knot of Joy. The Buddhas appear in the 10 directions everywhere throughout all worlds, observing the minds of beings and showing how to tame them. Right mindfulness realizes this path. The vast eye of the Buddha's wisdom body sees every particle of the world and reaches in the same way throughout the 10 directions. This is the liberation of cloud sound. The enlightening practice of all Buddhists, the Buddha shows in a single hair pour, infinite as they are, all complete. This is seen clearly by mindfulness. All the pleasant things of the world are born of the Buddha. The virtues of the Buddhas are supreme, unequaled. This liberation flower king enters. If one thinks of a bit of the Buddha's virtue, the mind concentrating on it for even a moment, the fears of the evil ways will be banished forever. Wisdom Eye profoundly realizes this. Great spiritual powers within the state of tranquility universally respond to all minds, extending everywhere, causing all doubt and confusion to be cut off. This is the attainment of light. Furthermore, Sun Godling had found the door of liberation of pure light shining on the sentient beings of the 10 directions, always benefiting them forever and ever. The deity Light Flame Eyes found the door of liberation, enlightening sentient beings through the agency of all corresponding bodies, causing them to enter the ocean of wisdom. The deity Polar Mountain Light Joy Banner found the door of liberation of being the leader of all sentient beings and having them diligently cultivate boundless pure qualities. The deity Pure Jewel Moon found the door of liberation of the joy of profound determination, cultivating all ascetic practices. The deity Non-Regressing Courage found the door of liberation of unhindered light shining everywhere, causing all beings to increase in purity and clarity. The deity light of beautiful flower garlands found the door of liberation of pure light, illuminating the bodies of all sentient beings and causing them to produce oceans of joy and faith. The deity light of beautiful flower garlands found the door of liberation of pure light, illuminating the bodies of all sentient beings and causing them to produce oceans of joy and faith. Supreme banner light found the door of liberation of light illumining all worlds, causing them to perfect various wonderful qualities. The deity universal light of a jewel topknot found the door of liberation of the ocean of great compassion, manifesting jewels of various forms and colors of boundless realms. The deity eyes of light found the door of liberation, purifying the eyes of all sentient beings, causing them to see the matrix of the cosmos. The deity virtue-bearing found the door of liberation, developing pure continuous attention, never letting it be lost or broken. The deity universal light found the door of liberation, carrying the palace of the sun all over, shining on all sentient beings of the 10 directions, allowing them to accomplish their work. At that time, Sun Godling, imbued with the Buddha's power, surveyed all the sun deities and said in verse, "The Buddha's great light of knowledge illumines all lands in the 10 directions. The Buddha's great light of knowledge illumines all lands in the 10 directions. All sentient beings can see the Buddha's various disciplines and manifold techniques. The forms of the Buddha are boundless, appearing to all according to their inclinations. Opening up the ocean of knowledge for all worlds, flame eyes beholds the Buddha in this way. The Buddha body is peerless. It has no compare. Its light shines throughout the 10 directions, transcending all, supremely unexcelled. Such a teaching has joyful attained. Practicing austerities to benefit the world, traversing all realms of existence for countless ages, his light is everywhere as pure as space. Jewel Moon knows these techniques. The Buddha speaks the wondrous sound without obstacle. It pervades all lands in the 10 directions. Benefiting the living with the flavor of truth, Courageous knows this technique. Emanating inconceivable nets of light, everywhere purifying all conscious beings, he causes them to engender profound faith. This is the way Flower Garland has entered. All the lights in the world cannot match the light of a single pore of the Buddha. This is how inconceivable the Buddha's light is. This is the liberation of supreme banner light. The way of all Buddhas is thus. They all sit under the tree of enlightenment and bring the errant to the right path. Jewel top-knot light sees in this way. Sentient beings are blind, ignorant, and suffering. The Buddha wants to make them produce a pure eye, and so lights the lamp of wisdom for them. Good eye looks deeply into this. Honored master of liberating techniques, if any see him and make an offering, he causes them to cultivate practice and reach the result. This is virtue's power of means. In one teaching, there are many aspects. For countless ages, he teaches this way. The far-reaching meanings of the teachings expounded are comprehended by universal light. Furthermore, Moon Godling found the door of liberation of pure light illuminating the universe, edifying all sentient beings. The deity Flower King Top-Knot Halo found the door of liberation, observing the worlds of all sentient beings and causing them to enter the boundless truth. The deity Myriad Subtle Pure Lights found the door of liberation, knowing the various operations of clinging to objects in the ocean of the minds of all sentient beings. The deity pacifying the hearts of the world found the door of liberation, bestowing inconceivable happiness on all sentient beings, causing them to dance with joy. The deity Luminosity of Tree King Eyes found the door of liberation, protecting agricultural work, the seeds, sprouts, stalks, etc., according to the season, causing it to be successfully accomplished. The deity manifesting pure light found the door of liberation, compassionately saving and protecting all sentient beings, causing them to witness the facts of experiencing pain and pleasure. The deity immutable light traveling everywhere found the door of liberation, able to hold the pure clear moon and show it throughout the 10 directions. The deity sovereign monarch of constellations found the door of liberation, showing all things to be illusory and like empty space, formless and without inherent nature. The deity moon of pure awareness found the door of liberation, performing great works for the benefit of all beings. The deity great majestic light found the door of liberation, universally cutting off all doubt and confusion. At that time, Moon Godling, imbued with the spiritual power of the Buddha, surveyed all the celestial hosts in all the moon palaces, and said in verse, "The Buddha radiates light pervading the world, illumining the lands in the 10 directions, expounding the inconceivable, far-reaching teaching, to destroy forever the darkness of ignorance and delusion. His sphere is infinite and inexhaustible. He teaches eternally through countless eons, edifying beings through various powers. Flower Top-Knot looks upon Buddha this way. The ocean of sentient beings' minds varies from moment to moment. The Buddha's knowledge is so broad, it comprehends all this, expounding the truth for them all, making them glad. This is the liberation of subtle light. Sentient beings have no holy tranquility. Sunk in evil ways, they suffer many pains. The Buddha shows them the nature of things. Peaceful meditation sees in this way. The Buddha, with unprecedented great compassion, enters all states of existence to help sentient beings, explaining truth, encouraging virtue, promoting fulfillment. This is known to eye light. The Buddha opens up the light of truth, analyzing the natures of the acts of all worlds, their good and their evil without a mistake. Pure light, seeing this, gives rise to joy. The Buddha is the basis of all blessings, like the earth supporting all buildings. He skillfully shows the peaceful way out of distress. Immutable knows this technique. The bright glow of his fire of knowledge pervades the universe. He manifests countless forms, equal to all beings, exposing true reality for the benefit of all. Monarch of constellations realizes this path. The Buddha is like space, with no inherent nature. Appearing in the world to benefit the living, his features and refinements are like reflections. Pure awareness sees in this way. The pores of the Buddha's body emit sounds everywhere. The clouds of the teaching cover all worlds. All those who hear are joyful and glad. Such is the realization of liberation light. Furthermore, the Gandharva king, sustaining the nation, found the door of liberation of independent techniques for saving all sentient beings. The Gandharva king, Tree Light, found the door of liberation, seeing the array of all virtues. The Gandharva king, Clear Eyes, found the door of liberation, cutting off forever the grief and suffering of all sentient beings, producing a treasury of joy. The Gandharva king, Flower Crown, found the door of liberation forever, cutting off the confusion of all sentient beings' erroneous views. The Gandharva king, Universal Sound of Joyful Steps, found the door of liberation like clouds overspreading, shading and refreshing all sentient beings. The Gandharva king, Joyously Moving Beautiful Eyes, found the door of liberation, manifesting an enormous beautiful body, causing all to obtain peace and bliss. The Gandharva king, Wondrous Sound Lion Banner, found the door of liberation, scattering all famous jewels in all directions. The Gandharva king, Universal Emanation of Jewel Light, found the door of liberation, manifesting the pure body of all great joyous lights. The Gandharva king, Diamond Tree Flower Banner, found the door of liberation, causing all trees to richly flourish, causing all who see them to be delighted. The Gandharva king, universal manifestation of adornments, found the door of liberation, skillfully entering into the sphere of all Buddhas and bestowing peace and happiness on all living beings. At that time, the Gandharva king, sustaining the nation, imbued with the power of the Buddha, looked over all the hosts of Gandharvas and said in verse, "The innumerable doors to the realm of the Buddhas cannot be entered by any sentient beings. The Buddha is like the nature of space, pure. He opens the right path for all worlds. In each one of the Buddha's pores is an ocean of virtues, all replete. All worlds are benefited and pleased by them. In each one of the Buddha's pores is an ocean of virtues, all replete. All words are benefited and pleased by them. This is what tree light can see. The vast ocean of sorrow and suffering of the world, the Buddha can evaporate entirely. The Buddha, compassionate, has many techniques. Clear Eyes has deep understanding of this. The ocean of lands in the 10 directions is boundless. The Buddha illumines them all with the light of knowledge, causing them to wash away all wrong views. This is where tree flower enters. The Buddha, over countless eons in the past, cultivated great compassion and skill and means to pacify all the worlds. This path universal sound can enter. The Buddha body is pure. All like to see it. It can produce endless enjoyment in the world as the causes and effects of liberation are successively fulfilled. Good Eyes skillfully demonstrates this. Sentient beings are confused, always going in circles. Their barriers of ignorance are most firm and dense. The Buddha expounds the great teaching for them. This lion banner is able to expound. The Buddha manifests everywhere a body of wondrous form, with innumerable differentiations equal to sentient beings, by various means enlightening the world. Wondrous sound looks upon the Buddha this way. The infinite doors of knowledge and means the Buddha opens all for sentient beings. To enter the true practice of supreme enlightenment, this diamond banner well observes.